Switch focus to alcohol.
You need alcohol with clean water.
Yes, I believe so. But all's not well for Tilaknagar Industries. Bombay High Court dismisses company's plea in Mansion House trademark dispute. However, granted Allied Blenders interim application allowing it to enter the West Bengal market with Mansion House branded products. Mahima joins us with all of the details on this one. Mahima.
Right. So as you rightly mentioned, the Bombay High Court has dismissed the plea in Mansion House intellectual property dispute, and the court has granted Allied Blenders the permission to enter the West Bengal markets with respect to the house brand products, Mansion House brand products. In terms of, with respect to the appeal also, there is a temporary stay granted to Tilaknagar to file an appeal, so they will not be able to file an appeal also against this verdict. In terms of the company, the management has said that they don't see any financial implications with respect to the High Court decision, but the stock is tanking in trade today. In terms of the timeline of how this has happened, just to give a context to the viewers, in 1987 is when Tilaknagar Industries entered an agreement with Herman Jensen Beverages for obtaining ownership rights of Mansion House as well as Savoy Club trademarks. In 2011, there was a dispute between Herman as well as Tilaknagar Industries, and in 2011, the Bombay High Court ruled in favor of Tilaknagar Industries. Post that, Herman appealed in Bombay High Court, and the final verdict of this is yet to come out. But in February 2025, Allied Blenders bought 50% ownership rights in Mansion House and Savoy Club brands from Herman, after which Tilaknagar had filed an appeal against that, saying that it is illegal and citing that there is pending judicial proceedings in the High Court already, and this cannot happen. Post which the High Court has today came out with a verdict saying that Tilaknagar will not be able to use this right now. Allied Blenders will be using the brand Mansion House for their products as Mansion House. In terms of why this is big for Tilaknagar, because FY24, Tilaknagar Industries sold 85 lakh cases of Mansion House brandy and 4 lakh cases of Mansion House flandy, and around 112 lakh cases of the total sales was their IMFL sales. Now, in terms of why brandy matters, well, in terms of the total IMFL sales in India, 20% of that is brandy, and it is growing at a significant pace, and it's a significant amount of the total liquor that is being sold in India, which is why Tilaknagar is facing the brunt. But how big is West Bengal market for Allied Blenders? That is something to watch out for, which is why we are not seeing such an uptick in the Allied Blenders stock today.
Consumption. Thank you firstly, Mahima. Thank you so much for taking us through that. Consumption as a theme, Neeraj, may well play out well, and a lot of analysts talking about alcohol being a key play to that consumption theme. Quickly, Gurmeet, if I can have your views on this as well, because it's an interesting play, and how would you play it? Specific stock in your mind, or would you just avoid it at this point, given that valuations don't look as reasonable?
No, it's not much about valuations. It's more about regulatory concerns always in, we call it sin stocks, because you will have some action or the other. You just discussed what happened with Tilaknagar just now. You can have few states taking action as you approach elections. MP in particular, for example, decided not to issue any more licenses for opening new shops. So something always keeps happening, So I think here you probably have to look at some of the larger names with the ability to create brands. We tactically did take some exposure in Piccadilly Agro when Indri was awarded the best, scotch. But there's more to Piccadilly rather than just the whiskey part of it. There is sugar as well as liquor to it. But haven't taken any structural long-term view on any of the stocks. I think we do track United Spirits and United Breweries. That's something we like. United Breweries is more for the leadership change. The PNG head joined them, and we believe that United Breweries has it in it in terms of the brand and the reach to do that. But we do not have any large exposure in any of the liquor names or alcohol names.
Okay, Gaurav Bisa, very quickly before we take that break.